everyone, it's Mike Andes from Landscape Business Course. And in case you don't know who I am, I'm the founder and CEO of Augusta Lawn Care Services. We have over 10 locations around the country. And today I'm inviting you to join us at Landscape Summit 2020. It is a conference for landscapers, for the business owners, as well as the management team at your landscaping company. And so today I want to kind of go over some of exactly what we're going to be covering in the conference, the exact keynotes and things that we'll be learning about, and why I feel it's so important that you come. So it's a 3-day event in January. For more information, go to landscapebusinesscourse.com/conference and sign up there. And you definitely want to reserve your tickets now. We're going to book this event out. Last year it took till last week, and then we were filled up. It's going to be a whole lot sooner than that this year. So we have about 6 more weeks from the time that I'm recording this. So definitely make sure you want to reserve your room and reserve your spot. So there's a 3-day event, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We start the event at 4 p.m. on Thursday, and when you get there, you're going to meet a lot of great people. So we get started with games to kind of get to know a lot of the other attendees, the other landscapers, and really a lot of what you're going to learn is going to be at the lunch events, at the breakfast, in between keynotes, after the events, going out to dinner with other landscapers. That's really going to be a lot of the value you get from the conference, in addition to all the education, the learning, and the things that we teach. So we'll get started with that. At 4:30, we're going to start I'll have an opening keynote, and I'm going to talk about mental blocking. And it's something where someone knows they need to do something. They know that they should be changing the way they pay their employees. They know that they need to change the way they do marketing. They need to change something in their business, but they make a mental block because they've done it the same way all the time. They're comfortable doing that the same way, and they literally block out the thing that they know they need to do to make their business successful. We're going to be talking about that, setting up a platform for the revolutionary ways that we're going to be asking you to think, like the way that you need to change your mindset going forward in your business, especially on Friday. So we'll be doing that all on Thursday evening, getting everyone kind of broken into introductions and opening keynote. 9 o'clock on Friday, we're going to start talking about the myths of the industry and why most landscaping companies fail. This is based upon my experience with hundreds, perhaps thousands of landscaping businesses that I've talked to, that I've met with, and seen what are the common thread of failure in this industry, why people are failing, and what you can do to guard yourself and your business against it. Then we're going to talk about P for P. Fridays, most of Friday is going to be dedicated towards P for P, which if you haven't watched me before, P for P stands for pay for performance. It's a new system that we've developed to pay your people based upon their production instead of just how many hours they work. All right. So from 10 to 12, we're going to talk about why P for P is important. Talk about all those different reasons. We're going to be showing some videos about it from our crew at Augusta Lawn Care. After lunch, so we're going to provide breakfast and lunch for you on Friday. But after lunch, we're going to talk about how to actually calculate P for P, how to actually do that in Excel and using software to actually calculate pay for performance. And then from 2:30 to 5 o'clock, we're going to actually talk about implementation. How do you actually make a transition in your business from hourly into paying by performance? It took us over 8 months to make that transition. How do you do it? How do you make it as seamless as possible? How do you do it so you don't lose all your employees? How do you do it so it increases morale instead of making people angry or mistrusting you as the business owner? And then we're also going to help you create your own system. All right, so you might not become an Augusta Lawn Care franchisee, so you might not have the systems in place exactly as we do it, but how are you going to implement? How are you going to start it? Maybe you start with a hybrid system. Maybe there's a transition period, but we want to create a system that when you go home, you're able to implement P for P and tailor, custom make it to the needs of your business and your employees. After that, we're going to do Q&A. There's going to be a lot of questions, about how do we implement? What about in this scenario? All of those things. We'll be doing Q&A at the end of every single evening, and you'll be able to ask all your questions live to me. You will not leave this conference without any questions unanswered, because we're going to have lots of time for Q&A. You can raise your hand anytime. We have a lot of back and forth because it's not a huge conference where there's thousands of people. We can have a lot of one-on-one and answering questions right from the audience. On Saturday morning, we're gonna get started off after breakfast on how to get out of day-to-day operations and retain 15-20% net margin. All right, so this is something I've done with Augusta Lawn Care in order for us to be able to franchise. Using the systems that we've created, I've been able to get out of the field, not have to be there, but maybe for a few minutes a day, and still retain 15-20% plus net margin. And it's gonna be also kind of a nod to open book management, something that we talked about at last conference, and really using P4P and open book management as a way to enforce your culture to make sure that you don't have to be there on a day-to-day basis. You don't have to be doing estimates, you don't have to be doing project management, you definitely don't have to be installing the work, and you don't have to be answering emails and phone calls. Those are the things we're gonna be talking about. Then from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock on Saturday, we're gonna talk about new marketing methods going into 2020. So it's starting in January 2020 is when this conference is. It's gonna be setting you up for the new year, setting you up for massive growth and success in the coming year. And so we're gonna be talking about what are the new marketing trends that I'm seeing in the industry, what are the new tactics, the things, and these are gonna be like hard tactics, not like, just theory. Things we've done, things we've tested that's working really well in the industry now, the common to-dos, what not to do, and some of the things that I'm seeing in customer acquisition cost, cost per click, things like that are changing in the industry. Setting you up for great success in the spring and setting up your team for great success in 2020. After lunch, we're going to talk about creating efficiencies and standardization to double your profit margins. A lot of people think that's crazy talk, that you can double your profit margins just by standardizations and efficiencies. I promise you, after this one class, you're going to see how you can double your profit margin without having to increase your marketing spend, without having to change we're not even talking about changing the way you pay your people, any of that stuff. Simply by standardizing your materials and making your service more efficient, you can absolutely double your profit margin. You can go from 10 to 20%. That's absolutely possible. Seen it time and time again by implementing these efficiencies and standardization techniques, how you can make your business more profitable. From 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock on that Saturday, we're going to talk about cutting the fat and really staying disciplined on a financial diet in your business. We talk about budgeting a lot in your personal life. We talk, hear about Dave Ramsey, all of those things. But when it comes to your business, you've got to have a strict financial diet, a budget that you stick to make sure that you stay efficient, profitable, and lean. We're going to be talking about that. How do you cut out the fat? How do you cut out the things you do not need and that your business does not need and is holding your business back from being nimble, lean, and efficient? We're going to be talking about those things. Lastly, we're going to talk about creating your roadmap to entrepreneurial freedom. How do you make sure you take, at a higher level, we're at the end of the conference, or the very end of the last keynote, we're going to be looking at your roadmap. What are you doing this year? What are you doing in the next 5 years to make sure that you get out of the day-to-day, that you are not going from paycheck to paycheck, big job to big job, trying to chase the next collections from the big jobs that you've been doing. This is absolutely a way to get freedom in your entrepreneurial journey. As a business owner, it's not a chain and ball. You shouldn't be always tied to it. It shouldn't be always chaining you down, keeping you from going on vacation, keeping you from spending time with your family, keeping you from the hobbies that you enjoy and love so much, keeping you from giving your employees what they deserve and giving them more money. This is not what it should be. How do you have a journey to entrepreneurial freedom? Charting that out and creating a roadmap is what we're going to do in this last session. You're going to be really amped up with a lot of content, a lot of inspiration in Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we want you to leave with a roadmap. What are you going to change? What are you going to do? What are the goals and projections for 2020? This is a great event to get the year started on a high note, and I've seen time and time again where people come to the event and they double or triple their business in the coming year. Getting your mindset right in January is imperative as you come into the spring rush. So after that, we're going to have a special event that Saturday evening. It's going to be a place that you can sign up for. It's going to be a special event with me. We're going to have some dinner. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you join. Landscape Business Course has been around now for 3 years. This is our second annual Landscape Summit. Last year we had a great event. We had about 50, 60 companies represented. This year I'm expecting about twice as many, and I'm expecting us to sell out much faster than last year. We already have a couple room types that are completely booked at the hotel venue. The hotel's giving us a good 10-15% off on all our rooms. So if you go to landscapebusinesscourse.com/conference, you can sign up for the conference as well as book your room. And I'm so confident that this is gonna change your business and it's gonna completely change 2020 for you, that I'm willing to not only pay back your ticket if you don't feel like you got the value needed, I'm willing to pay back your hotel fare. All right, so if you come to Landscape Summit 2020, you and your staff, and you bring people, and you feel like you leave and there wasn't enough value, you didn't get enough value out of P4P, you didn't get enough value out of all the marketing tactics and all the efficiencies and the standardizations that we teach. If you feel like you left and you did not get the value you expected, I will refund your $299. I will also refund your hotel expense for staying there. You gotta stay there Thursday night and Friday night to be there for the 3 days, and I will refund those to you if you come and you leave without having your full expectations met. I know it's gonna change your business. We don't make a bunch of money on this. All the money that we get from this goes into the event, or it goes into future, I can make it towards a book, going out and traveling to ZeroTurn locations and making more content. So it's all going back into the industry. We do this event for you guys. I'll have a lot of my staff from Augusta there. That costs payroll. The event costs thousands of dollars just to book it, all the food, all of that. We don't make a bunch of money on this. It's about giving back to the community, and I really hope you can join me there, see me in person, and I hope that it sets you up for an incredible year in 2020. I look forward to seeing you there. Make sure to go to landscapebusinesscourse.com/conference. We'll see you in January.